Do you remember the first photograph you ever took? Okay, maybe not the first photograph, but the one that created the bond between you and your camera. Mine was of my dog, Hunter. It wasn't even that good, but everyone loved it. That reaction from my friends and family what was inspired me at the age of 15 to become a professional photographer. I went on to jump through all the hoops. I went to school, got a diploma, and started my business full-time in 2005. 2005 was also a time that the industry was in transition. It was a time when many photographers were making the switch from film to digital, and the way that we made money as an industry started to change. If we skip forward 11 years later, we're still struggling with how to deal with this new product we were handed, the digital file. In 2012, I had the opportunity to serve as the BC president for the Professional Photographers of Canada. I spent a lot of time traveling and talking with photographers all over the province, and I realized that the same thing that was happening to photographers in BC, Canada, and all over the world was starting to happen in my business, and that was that people were asking for digital files. Now, if you went to any conferences back then, or even today, a lot of the longtime pros will tell you not to sell your digital files. But the thing is the new pros were selling their digital files, and everybody seemed to be struggling. The established pros have been struggling with keeping their clients happy and ultimately to stay competitive, and the emerging pros have been struggling with how to make a proper living. So I thought to myself, there has to be an answer to this problem. The issue's not going away, and if we don't do something quick, it's going to be a heck of a lot more difficult to make a sustainable living in the photography industry. So I put my brain to work and I came up with an answer. I would like to propose a solution, an industry standard for dealing with digital files. The first thing is to restrict the file size. This may be common sense to some of you that have been around for a while, but for new people coming into the industry, restricting the file size is imperative. We don't need to give away the farm. The next thing is indicate the terms of use in a release form, just like we've been doing in the commercial industry for decades. The third thing is to watermark or print mark the files. Basically, you want to make sure that your name or logo is attached in the front of the image, whether it's a signature or logo. And finally, use the Pixel Sense formula to value your files appropriately. If we can come together as an industry, the results we'll see as individual business owners are increased sales, an improved bottom line, 100% customer satisfaction, and maintained artist integrity. Also, a bonus for the industry is that we'll get an educated client who understands the value of a digital file. So how does this all work, you ask? I can't teach you exactly what to charge, but I am going to teach you how to charge. I created a simple formula that photographers can use to place a value on their intellectual property. The formula looks like this, where P equals the price, PX equals the longest size of the image in pixels, and CPP is the cents per pixel rate you'll assign to your images. You ask yourself, how do I choose a CPP rate for personal use? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself into one of three categories. The first category is an emerging pro, typically 5 years or less experience in the industry. An established pro, 5 years plus experience in the industry. Or a specialist. Once you've done that, you can look at our suggested CPP values for both emerging pros, working pros, and specialists. Now, if you're in the commercial side of the business, or sometimes license photographs for commercial use, you'll be excited to know that the same formula works on the commercial side of the business. P equals PX times CPP. The only difference is this time your CPP number is based on industry ranges and averages. Now, where do you get those industry rates and averages? We've compiled them for you. So whether the photograph is being used for corporate, editorial, or advertising use, we've gone through and simplified the types of photo use and given you the low, the high, and the average price in the industry. And even more exciting, the formula works for print pricing as well. And here are some suggested CPP rates, again, cents per pixel rates, that would work if you were an emerging pro or specialist photographer. For many of us in the industry, math is not our favorite subject. So don't worry, the pricing part gets easier. Now, about a year ago, a colleague of mine contacted me after reading the book and let me know how excited she was to implement PixelSense into her business strategy. But she said to me, Melissa, this all makes sense, but I don't want to do the math. Can you do the math for me? And so I thought to myself, I guess I need to create a tool. So we did. I'm excited to announce the PixelSense Calculator app for iPhone. All you need to do is plug in the longest side of the image in inches, centimeters, or pixel length and choose your cents per pixel rate. The calculator does the rest. We also have a book, an ebook, that goes in depth into the proposed industry standard and explains sustainable business strategies that work in the current market. And finally, after many requests, we're offering a Pricing Your Photographs workshop. Step by step, you will figure out your cost of doing business and how it relates to building your price list. In small groups, you'll develop your price list, sales strategy, pitch, and business model, all with the guidance of your instructor. Your instructors will also troubleshoot marketplace experiences so that when you leave, you are confident in your prices and you're empowered to talk with your clients. This workshop will take place in Victoria, British Columbia on Sunday, June 6, 2016. And if you use the discount code PCEA, that's PixelSense Early Adapters, you will get a discounted price of $299. And finally, because I feel like we've been undervaluing our digital files for too long, I thought I'd share with you a description of a digital file that I use in my product line. Our digital file collections are one of the most precious items we sell. Once the files are released to you, you are able to share these photos with an unlimited number of people forever. If you have purchased a print-ready file, you are able to print copies for all the people in your life whenever you need. As with all of our products, these images grow more valuable as time passes. Please make sure to back up your files. If we can come together as an industry to adopt these practices, then we have the potential to transform our industry and return it to the glory days. Please go to pixelsense.com for more videos, the book, the app, and to sign up for our workshops. And please share this video with every photographer you know.